Hi, I'm Greg Spiro, and this is my weekly piano jazz masterclass. Today I'm going to be talking about an idea that was submitted on Weebid on my Weebid page, which you can access at greg.weebid.app. For those of you who don't know, Weebid is the application where you can submit ideas for videos that you want me to do, and then you can crowdfund those ideas. So you can say, for example, I want you to do this video and I'll pay you $1 if you do it, and then all the other fans can pitch in $1 or $5 or $10 or $50 or whatever they want to pitch in, and then I, as the creator, will only get that money that you guys are offering if I do the video. So I'm doing one of the videos now because it was asked to me and crowdfunded by one of my fans, Long Hyun. When playing over a 2-5-1, for example in C, do you think of notes relative to each chord, i.e. a G is the 4 in D minor, or the root chord? And this is a really, really good question. It's actually something I teach all the time in my lessons that you don't really hear about very much, which is there are two ways to look at melody. One is as it relates to the root chord, and one is as it goes over the changes. And both of those ways are equally as important. And the way that you're going to create effective melodies is by embracing both of those and training yourself to think of them simultaneously. I akin it to almost being like a video game. You know, in Super Mario, for those of you who are 36 like me, you probably remember the original Nintendo, where you had Mario and there was a scene going by and it kept going by at the same rate, and your Mario guy had to go around the different obstacles, and if you didn't go in the right space where you could go, then you would die because you'd get crushed by the obstacle. That's sort of like changes. So check this out. Like if I'm, as an example, if I'm doing a melody in, let's just do rhythm changes in B flat. So if I'm doing a melody in B flat, it might be, right? And when I did that, I went through the changes, which I can only use that note on the 6, right? But if I use that note on the 5, it's it's the changes are so B flat and then G. Your sort of landscape changes, and the thing that's moving is this B flat becomes the B. And so you have to hit the B flat at the right point in time, and you have to hit the B at the right point in time. But your melody can weave around and either be in that place of B flat or B, or not be there, depending on what your melody is. So let's break it down even more simply. 1, 2, 3. All right, so if I were to take that same melody, that was a melody based on the B flat, which is very important. Every note I'm thinking of it relative to the B flat major scale. But now that's the one lens that I come at this with. But then the other lens is, so when I go down now to the G, the lens that you're looking through the changes becomes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, which is a different mode. For those of you who watch, this is actually another subject that's very important to grasp in general jazz piano, which is the different modes. So this is the Ionian mode, or the major mode, but now you have this is the Mixolydian mode, which has the major 3 but the flat 7. So the one part of your brain is all in B flat, but then the other part of your brain is B flat. And now it's very important that you understand that if you play the B flat here, you should actually be playing a B. You don't want to hit the B flat, you want to hit the B. So you would go down to the B, and you would change your melody to then, like, when you make one change like that, it will influence the rest of your melody, but the rest of your melody is still thinking of it, of your landscape as in B flat major. So now when you combine those two elements, you get a much more interesting melody because you're following the changes, but you're also thinking of how the melody relates to B flat. You know? And then if you keep going, if you were to go like, let's say your goal note, and I have videos on goal notes, by the way, I'll put the links here. But let's say your goal note was F, so you go down to F. If you were thinking in just B flat, which you should with part of your brain, you think of this as the 5 of B flat, but this is also the 3 of D, which is this is your third, which also has a Mixolydian scale there. When you get to the 3, so you can change this instead of an F. Now it becomes an F sharp. So then your melody is like, if you keep building this initial melody, and it'll change every time you have a note that changes because of the landscape. That will influence the rest of the notes that you use in that pattern that you're creating. And it's important to remember that it's also an intuitive process. It's okay that those change based on, like, it actually has to, everything you play is based on everything that came before it. So it's okay to change your melodies based on the fact that you are navigating a moving landscape, the moving landscape being the changes, but always make sure that your melodic content relates to your original scale, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1 of the B flat. So okay, so to show you a little bit of improvisation with this concept, I'm going to start slow. Like here, I don't need a backing track or anything for this. This is just thinking in B flat. So this is like the first version. So notice how it's a good melody there, and it has goal notes like I'm using mostly the 5, the F as the goal note, which is again a concept that you should look into in my other videos. But now if I were to do the opposite spectrum of that and just do the changes, then it would sound like this, which is going to be also okay, but not full. It's not a full melodic development. It would be like, you get it. I'm just basically arpeggiating the changes there, and you don't want to do that. You want to do the synergy of both of those, where you're thinking of the melody in B flat, but you're playing through the changes in the context of that melody. Still thinking B flat. I could stray from the subject, but I'm trying to just give like real kind of concrete examples here. Practice that. And the way you can practice it is by trying to play just in one way and then just in the other way. So you kind of internalize this example of what it feels like to just play over the changes or just play over the one, and then play very slowly, try to integrate the two, where your melodic content is all based on the individual first, like home base, the root, but you are modifying your melody based on the moving changes. I hope that was helpful. Please let me know if it was in the comments, and also if you have any other ideas that you'd like me to do on videos, submit them on my Weebid page at greg.weebid.app. And if any of you guys are creatives out there that want a Weebid page for yourself, let me know and I can help hook you up with one. Thanks. Subscribe to my channel also if you want more videos like this, and check out, I've got a bunch of other videos in the catalog. Hope you enjoyed, and happy practicing.